Hello, Assalamualaikum. Very good day. Welcome back to computer programming. Um, Let me try to open the lecture for today. Okay, I hope you can see the screen now, but I also need to um, also um, where did I put my okay, must be here, portable. So here, let's open this application, portable, and yeah, I think we can also try to do this thing, whatever exercise that, so that we can know whether it really works or not. Okay, so let's have that on the left and this one on the right. All right, and yeah, so in this, so this topic is about files and stream. So we are going to work with input-output files, describe the fundamentals of input-output files, data files for input and output purposes. So these are some of the important things that we might use in our work. So we did either process output data in C++, or maybe even produce the output and importing or exporting it to output file. So if I read this, normally it is difficult to handle large amount of data. Will be lost as soon as we turn off the computer. So that is so true, especially if we have a lot of data regarding something. Um, we can use a file instead of keyboard, and this file will be input file. And we can create a data, maybe process some data, and send it into a output file. So a file is a collection of related data, usually stored in secondary storage. Nowadays we can also store it in cloud. Purpose to keep data in secondary storage. Using file can be created by one program. Okay, we can store and maybe save, and maybe the data later on you can open it in spreadsheets such as Excel. Two major characteristics of files are text files, data in text format, or binary file. This will be like numbers. Files in secondary storage can be both read and written. Okay. So you can create and also you can get data from that file. The type of stream class determine if it is an input or output or both. So offstream is output file stream class, creating files and writing data to them. So output file. If stream input file stream class, opening existing and reading data from them into memory. So this is input files. Fstream file stream class, creating files, writing data to them, and reading data from them. So this is both. So we have off stream, if stream. This is output, off stream, if stream input, and F stream is both. What are the steps needed to use files? So first of all, you have to have that include F stream in the header. And then second, define the stream using appropriate stream class. Open the file, use the file, and close the file. So the first one include F stream. Okay. Standard input stream cin and standard output stream cout requires IO stream. So this is one standard. Usually we already have used this in the header. And file input output stream requires also F stream. So include F stream. All right. So if I on here, so we do include. Usually we have IO stream. So that is standard. So not in capital. So include IO stream. Then include F stream. Include F stream, file stream. All right, and then what else? Define a file stream using appropriate file stream class, either if stream, off stream, or F stream. So the a file is identified by its file name, example student.dat. So that is a data file. Inside a C++ program, a file is identified by file stream object. Okay, so if stream in file. So in that case, in this case, in file is an input file stream object with if stream class. Okay, so that means there is a file name in file, and this is the input file. Upstream output file out file is an output file, and that is defined by this thing. Okay, so we have to define what kind of file we are going to be using. So the object, so and then we can say the object is then linked to actual file as follows. So in this case, we have a file student.dat. So in file open or out file open. Yeah, I guess there's no file that we can open right now. I don't have a .dat data .dat file, so I guess we can try this out file open. Okay, alternative statement found in 2 and 3 could be combined as the following statement: if stream in file, student.dat, like that, and then this one. So I guess as always, you need to have this thing name is std, and then all this other stuff. Okay. So in file is creating this file or sending things to the memory, whereas out file will call things from that memory into that file. Okay, so example, if stream this thing, so if I have this file, my input file, okay, so here if I use this if stream, can I copy this thing? I think I can. Just maybe I just use it here. I think I'm gonna need to have that file first, input file, in order for me to be able to use that. Enter name of data file, cin file name, my input file, file name. And the problem is I do not have this example file, um, not yet. So we have to create for all stream classes default mode is automatically applied if the file is open without specifying any value of the mode parameters. So if you want to open, you can open either this way or this way. I can try that, but I think I'm gonna have some trouble because I don't have that file, my input file. My input file char file name and the length is 20 semicolon cout cout less than enter the name of data file, name of the data file, then semicolon cin file name then my input file, you have to have that dot open, and then the file name. Okay. So let's try to run this thing. So have to uh, input output, no? Input output 1. So let me save that. So it doesn't like that. Namespace, no, not name place. Namespace. Name namespace. So char file name. Uh, hmm. See in file name if stream. Okay. Anyway, so cin does not name a type. Okay, never mind. I guess we can look at one example. Maybe example of output file. Okay, so maybe include IO stream. So we already have that. Include IO manip. So we don't have that yet. So let's do that. Include IO manip. Input, output, and then include upstream. So we have that. And using namespace standard, then we have this thing. Integer main. So we need to have that. int main. All right, so that is that, and then this thing. So all this thing, I guess needs to be in there. Okay, and then we have char name. Okay, so yeah, delete that. Char, I'm gonna use name like that. So and then char ID, char ID. So that one is 10. Then float M1 and M2. Float M1, M2. Then we have this offstream data file. So that will be the offstream data file. So this is the output data file, and it's called student.txt. Student.txt. And then ios double colon ios. Oh, you have to have comma first. Comma ios colon out, and all the way out there is a semicolon. And then let's ask some question. And students ID, students ID. Name, first mark and second mark. First mark and second mark. Okay. All right. So that'll be here, and then don't forget the semicolon to close it. Then another cout. And press Control plus Z to stop. So, okay. Hmm. Slash N, press Control, press CTRL, small c, yes, plus Z, Control Z to stop, backslash N. Backslash N, semicolon. Then while loop, while Okay, while like that, C in, that's ID. ID and then name, big name. Then those two numbers, M1, M2. Okay, so while that is happening, you do something. You will do data file. Data file will have this set W, then set W10. That will take in the ID. Set W20. Less than, name, set W5. Then M1 and M2. M1, then repeat that, set W5 another time. M2, NL, end of the line. Okay, so then after all that, you have to close data file. Data file, close. Then put that. Don't forget the semicolon. And then return 0. Return 0. Semicolon. Okay, let's see if we can run this uh, file. Okay, so let's run it. So Control Z to stop. So here ID. So student ID 12120. Then a space. Say Ali 9 9080. Okay, so after that I'll go to the next line. So 14509. So give it a space. Cow 75 67. And then what else? 25250. So what Mutusami, Mutusami. Mutusami, say 85 and 57. Okay, so after this, I just Control Z and enter. So by right, there should be a file named data file is already created. So content of student txt will be this thing. So I don't know, is it creating it here? Or do I need to go to this one, PITG exercise. So there's this one, student file. So it'll be here. Yeah. So each line will be this way. Okay, so that's how we see it. So text file can also open it, open with Notepad or WordPad. So it'll be like this. How about opening it with a Notepad? So it'll be like this. Okay, so this is a data file txt or .dat. This is opening with Notepad. Okay. Input files can also be created using text editor. So we can create in that Notepad or WordPad or even in Excel. Input can be created in text editor. Okay, to create input, use text editor, open the Notepad, type the data, save the data in the same folder as the program or the code that will be using this data. So that's the problem if you are using online version. So this is going to be hard to do. Reading. So now let's read the data that we already have. So here we pretty much do the same thing. Um, let's save this as something else as the second one. Pretty much the same thing over here. But in the middle here, I guess a lot of different stuff. So basically, we can create this file. So let's create that file. because I don't have that file yet. So let's use Notepad. Notepad. There you are, the Notepad. Doesn't have to be too big. And what I'll do next is just key in those numbers 36, 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6.78. 78. Okay, so that is L43A. So let's call this save as um, so save it here. So let's call this um, L4 L4 underscore 3A 3A dot dat. So this is a data file. So you can give it any name. And then another one, so different one. So this one will be 12, 18, and 0.3. And let's call it, let's save this as this one is a B. Let's save this. Okay, so you can close that. And let's do this thing. Okay, so this whole thing will be different. So here we have double x integer I and j, integer I, j, j. Then if stream, so we're gonna use input. We are going to open this thing. If stream in file one, in file one. So the name of this is L4 underscore 3A dot dat. So that's the first one. Guess the second one. So I'm gonna just copy this bad boy and paste it over there and make the changes. Yeah. Okay, so that should do it. Then for the in file one, a couple of things need to be done. So this one will read. Uh, well, this one will read, the first one will be II, second one will be JJ, and the third one X. Or maybe I make that double too, just for giggles, or maybe leave it as X. Maybe you can try XX, and then don't forget the semicolon, and then in file close, in file one dot close. That one. Don't forget the semicolon. Then C out from first file one, from first file one equals, okay. So that one will be II. Oh, the first file I will be that one. So this one JJ equals JJ. So and then XX will be that one. XX equals XX. Okay, we only have one line of values. All right, so I guess we can copy this thing because they are all the same. Copy, and this one will be in file 2. Okay, so from the second file. Okay, so let's run this thing. Return 0 semicolon. Okay, so let's run this thing. So this one says II 36 123 456.78, and this second one is 12 18 and 0.3. So it's able to create and read. For in this second one, we are able to read the data from output file, from an input file. Sorry. All right. So reading data from a text file. So this is another example. So we have to create uh, where's my notepad? Okay, so I'm just gonna write this is line 1 and this is line 2. That's fair enough. And so I'm gonna save this over here, and let's call this example.txt, example or text example dot txt. Save that, and I guess you can close. So this one I'm gonna save it as something else. Save it as the third one. So I'm gonna try to copy all this thing, make life easy for me. And from integer main. So this is the main function. Paste that, and think I have to change this one to text example. So what does it do? What does it do here? I have a input file. It's called my file. So my file. So this is the file name, text example, because that's what I name my notepad file. So maybe I'll change this to big M there. Maybe leave it that like that. And then if open, checking if the file exists or not. If this is open, if this exists, while my file check EOF on my file using loop. So we will go line by line in this case. So while this exists, we will get line, and the line will be of a size of 50 spaces, and see out line, and then for each line you'll go enter to the next line. So let's we give some space, line space, and then close the my file. Or else it is if there is uh, this file is not does not exist, they will say unable to open file. So let's see if we can run this thing, compile and run. So it can read that line. This is line 1, this is line 2, exactly like what I created in the notepad file. So yep, so this is checking whether the file exists. Then the while loop is going to go through line by line, line by line. All right, so what else do we have? reading data from text file. So uh, another example. Let's save as 4, number 4. Here I'm just going to, so here it says char, and there's a name, variable name called line. So this one will check uh, that file, and we have to give the name of the file. And then if my file is true, exit 1. Else we have to open. So here, so I guess if this is not available, okay, so let's copy this thing, Control C, paste it over here, and change this part, text example, and guess just run it. So this one also can do the same thing as the previous one. Reading data from text, example 3. So this one has a combination of just like our first one. I forgot what we call the first files. I guess this one. Student. I guess student. I open that notepad. So this one. So let's try to read that. It's a combination of numbers and also what call that? And also the numbers and other string or names or text. So let's do that. So this one. So this will be file number 5. Save as 5. I guess the top part will all be the same. So I'm gonna change only this bottom part. So I'm gonna copy all that. Don't have to waste my time. Paste it over there. So wonder why there's a red over there on the top part. Okay, I guess we need another. So maybe this one need to have a capital letter, and then yeah, other stuff. I guess we can maintain it as that. Even though I like to have capital ID, but let's keep it that way, and let's try to run this thing. Okay, so something is not right here. Okay, integer main. character. Okay, let's read this thing. Error stray, missing terminator character. Okay, something is not right here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we have two main here. So, uh, copy that. Then paste here and then try to run it. Okay, that one doesn't exist, so need to use this big student. Okay, what is this term? Okay, missing. Okay, something is missing there. Missing the double quotation mark. Double quotation mark. Hmm. If stream data file. I use in. So do I have student? So I have that student there. Student.txt. Yeah, let me go line by line, see. It says this quotation mark is missing. Okay, that one. Yep, maybe wasn't using the correct one. Correct. Okay, so now it's working. So this one, so make sure you have this part is correct. So maybe wasn't the correct one over here. All right, so now that one is working. So we can read this one where we have a combination of name, means string and also numbers. Okay. All right, and what else do we need here? Writing data to a file. So this is another one. So so here we have output file as well as so we will write Zulkarnain, Zulkifli, Zulmasri. So we can try this thing. Um, so I'm gonna save this as the next one. So this one is 6. So as before, we're just going to copy that bad boy, replace that over here. So student name, student new that, and here I'm gonna replace with new name like Shamsul Shamsul backslash n. Okay, change that with Anwar, and there's Zul Masri. Who is Zul Masri? I'll put my last name Shamsuddin. Okay, and then backslash n. Okay, so my output file. So this is my output file open and this is close. So let's try this thing. So I guess just as before, I have to change that. So now I guess we are talking. Okay, so okay, something like that. So make sure you have this thing in the text must be between the real double quotation marks, and they'll turn it into blue depending on your programming C++ software. Okay, let's run this thing. So it has created the file. If you go to your folder, this one is already created. So you can open it. How do I open it? Should I just double click it? Open with. Or we can just go to Notepad and open new student dot and it will be like that. Okay, so that's the data that we created or I created. Okay, if you want to read it, so we can use this. I'm gonna save this as the next one. Let's copy all this thing and replace this part. So I have a big S there, capital. And again, check. So I guess Okay, let's try to run this thing. So this thing works. So I can read the file from that data. So here we have temperature at different times, at different hours. Uh, so we have to go through that. Revise temperature. This is temperature created in the file. So notepad. So I have to open a notepad and create these times. That will be the data file. Okay, we can go ahead and can copy that. Can I? And these are just figures. And yeah, so what we can do is we can uh, read the temperature. Temperature. So here, if you go through and understand this file, so you have to create an in file. File cannot be open. Exit. So if this file is unavailable, it'll go file cannot be open. Uh, so while checking end of file, so we'll go line by line. So checking the time and then the temperature, and then that's from the in file, out file, uh, temperature, and times that by 5.9. So here we read the file from the in file, input file, and then we create an output file. Okay, so we have both here. Okay, revise the raw data from temperature.txt, and then the revised data, the process data in the temperature revise. Okay, where we have to convert it, I guess from so this one is from Fahrenheit to degrees, I guess. So this one will be in degrees. Am I right? Okay, so this will be a good thing. You have to try to copy it, but first of all, you need to have that data. So I guess we already know how to create this data file and try to create this, and then inshallah we can get this as our output. This is a conversion of data from Fahrenheit to uh, degree Celsius. So this one will be in file clients output. So what is the client uh, input file? So I guess this one, the last one, will be something that needs data. So we can find that data, or we can create that data called clients.txt. But it depends. I do not have the information what that data needs to be in that file clients. Anywho, I guess if you can do until here, that'll be great enough for you to understand this topic. Okay. Okay, with that, let me stop sharing here. And you guys have a great one. Hope you learn the much needed information about input and output files. And you guys have a great one. Assalamualaikum.